ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. It's me, the soon-to-be champion one of these days. And, of course, joining me, it's going to happen one day, damn it. Joining me, of course, my forever rival, the forever Intercontinental Champion, our current Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion. He is Matty Reigns. What is going on, Matt?
What is up, good people? What up, Cookies? What up, Batty? Y'all, my two favorites. Hope y'all had y'all a good week. What's up, everybody? I'm having me a wonderful, wonderful week. Great week of wrestling. Great week of work. Counting down to Labor Day. Because breaking news, your boy got himself a new fucking position. So I am done in my current department as of the day after Labor Day. So I am just fucking counting down. Got myself a nice ass raise. So I am happy. I'm definitely happy. No more toxic environment. No more none of that. And
yeah, brother,
your boy is salary, basically. I am no more Allery. No more Allery paid. Salary now.
Yeah. There you look in chat. Congrats, Matt. Yeah, what's going on, Kanisha, Batty, Cookies? Congratulations. I know that feels nice.
Thank you.
I know that feels nice.
Yeah, hey, I had to get the fuck out of there, and that shit was quick. I told y'all like 3 weeks ago. Hey, I just put in this app. All they asked me was, "How much do you currently make?" And I was like, "This is what I make." And next thing I knew, I had an offer.
Shoo. Hell yeah, brother. Awesome. Good stuff. Folks, welcome. I just look at Cookie's first comment. Your king is here and he is.
The king, hey, he said it, but I know what it is. The king of Dangalang. The king of Dangalang is here, y'all.
What is going on?
So is motherfucking Batty. Batty here too in this bitch. We gonna give respect to Batty. I ain't trying to get on her bad side.
Yeah, because you never get off of it either. You never get off of it. I'll tell you that from personal experience.
Yeah.
We got a fun show to talk about. So, no predictions this week. It's just us kind of talking about the news.
No predictions and no trivia for the rest of you.
We're just talking about the news that's going on right now. We're talking about the best of the week.
Breaking news. When we do trivia, I do not study. That is all off the dome. I don't study or any of that. Greg just says it's quiz day, and I go straight off the dome.
Next time I'm gonna tell y'all like a week in advance. Like these are gonna be the subjects.
And I'm still not
and then we'll see if anybody studies, because I don't think anybody studies shit. I think it all just comes down because Mike and Tio definitely don't study a damn thing. I know for a fact those two.
I just sit there. I just wait because I'm like, I know enough stuff as is. I don't need to study anything.
What am I drinking? I'm drinking the Noble Hard Apple Pie Cider.
Ooh,
nice little thing. It gets me.
I just came back from drinking
buzz.
3 beers, so I am. And as if y'all haven't known, your boy been over here trying to have heartburn and all that. So I have my 3 beers. I'm gonna sit here and just sip on air for the time being, and do a little bit of this. But
that's spider. That's sick. That's cool. I like that.
I'll do a little bit of that. But
I thought you had seltzer. No, I'm not a seltzer guy. If I'm gonna drink something that's bubbly, I'm gonna get something a little bit better.
And that was the first thing it said. It was like, try to cut down on carbonated drinks, and I'm like, but I drink beer.
Oh man, I joined at the same exact time.
At the perfect time. What's up, Mike?
Also joining us.
Fuck the champ. Now I got pub on my own time. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Well, also joining us, and he'll get back later. Our current predictions champion. He is. I think it's without a doubt now. He is the most reigns.
He's definitely
of any
past me because he definitely has won the title more times than I have.
Yeah, what's going on? Not only has he won it more times than us, he's probably defended it more times than any of us have combined.
Yeah.
Kudo! What is going on, brother?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
It's just not to worry anybody. It wasn't a Trump hat. This is a Bass Pro Shop hat.
Gotta make sure y'all know.
Right.
No,
There we go. There we go.
The championship
Hold on,
is
wait,
back
hold
where
on,
it
Mike.
belongs.
No, Mike, ain't done yet.
Shout out to Deirdre for getting this from me for free. One of her students bought this on a field trip, and then they forgot it. And now it's
Well, hey, take it.
Fine.
Too bad for that kid.
You know what? That's what happens with these stupid ass kids. They forget everything.
Yup. I got a red one and I got a purple one. And her mom got the black one.
They forget every goddamn thing.
What's up,
Joining us
Mike?
today also is our former champion who has won it more times than I have this year. For that's a damn fact. He is the good stoner, Mr. Mike Hall. What's going on, Mike?
Fucking Tito. It's always goddamn Tito. That takes
Y'all back in school?
Hell no. I ain't.
Oh,
I got 6 more days.
damn, it was a good day here in Louisville.
Oof. Yeah, we go back on my dad's birthday, the 14th.
So I had to just let y'all know real quick. Like, hey, this ain't no Trump hat.
Hey, you know what?
The ass trips my
But you know what though? These kids need to go back to school because one thing you realize working with kids during the summer, these kids are stupid. These kids are goddamn stupid. Okay, you'll say something to them, they were like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, your ass need to get back to math class or science class or ELA expeditiously." Y'all are dumb.
See, Deirdre got it worse because she worked with the Upward Bound kids.
Oof. Oof.
So that's all freshman to basically freshman and senior. And then she has to, during the summer, she has to recruit for Upward Bound. So she's trying to get them coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So you dealing with dumb kids and they dumb parents.
Just 2 scoops of dumb.
Right.
But more importantly, you know, of course, I'm getting my title back. Shout out to my brothers. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Baddie, Cookies.
Right.
Everybody else who's supporting us. You know, appreciate you guys tuning in with us on a daily basis.
Yeah, stop kissing ass.
Hey, you know what? Mongo, when Baddie finally whips your ass, when she finally whips your ass, I'm gonna be like, ha 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 ha.
Hey, I'll admit it. I'll deserve it.
All I know is the first purchase I'm doing. Eventually, one of the purchases I'm doing, I'm getting me a damn PS5. I'm about to get
being like Carlito.
I ain't got no live. I ain't got no live. I had to get it out the mud.
Oh God! All right, let's get into some news. All right, so let's real quick. I want to mention some stuff from Dynamite last night. Of course, Dynamite was a little different than they wanted it to be because a lot of the roster couldn't get to the arena due to travel issues. They weren't even in the state. I don't know what was going on, but there have been a lot of issues like that lately.
Was it because of the hurricane?
Maybe, possibly. I don't really know the exact details of it. So a lot of last night's show was them just trying to piece shit together as best they could. And you could tell. You could definitely tell it was like.
Oh, it was just like when we watched that one Raw when they were having travel issues.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, this ass.
Y'all gonna make 3 hours? All right, okay, all right.
Here's our truth flight. Nah, you can't get us.
The show starts off with MJF and Kyle Fletcher, and man, Kyle's continuing to impress, but MJF beat the shit out of this guy by the end of this match. Holy hell!
I don't even know what MJF's character is anymore. He's just MJF. I don't know what he's supposed to be doing.
He's doing the like.
He's Mr. All-American.
Yeah, he's doing MAGA shit.
Like I saw someone on Twitter bring up a great point. They're like, the shit he's doing right now is the same shit that JBL, and the keyword that I'm about to say, was doing. And even he said, oh, nah, y'all really somebody. I am stepping all the way back off this. You want me to talk about borders? Oh, nah.
Yeah.
Because
even JBL was like,
2004 believed. He said, nah, people actually think I'm like this. I'm not. I am the complete opposite. Y'all think I'm not.
They filmed that one segment on the border, and they're like, we got to stop immediately. We can't keep doing this. MJF Jefferson showing up places and just talking about, illegals and the wall and poor, yada, yada, yada. And like, all right, okay, this is what we're doing. All right. The thing I'm curious to know about is when he drops that belt, what are they going to change it back to? Or are they going to keep it as the American belt for a while, or is it going to be?
It's going to turn back. It's going to be just like, remember on like the SmackDown versus Raw games when you would win the WWE title, and it'd be like, do you want to switch this off of the spinner shit?
Oh yeah, like yes, I do. Yes. Absolutely.
That's what it's going to. It's basically what's going to happen. Do you want to switch, or do you want to walk around with this big belt flag?
I cannot believe. I can't. Well, let me not say I can't believe. I can believe stupid ass Tony Khan ruined my grand plan.
He really did.
He did.
This bullshit.
That man was like, I'm not letting my.
This is bullshit. I had it booked perfectly. I had it booked perfectly. And somebody,
you were so close.
I don't know if somebody was watching. I was so fucking close. I don't know if it was a mode. See, we all got a mode in this goddamn podcast. It had to have been a TK mode, the AEW mode, that went back to that motherfucker and said, oh, that's too good. We can't have that.
In case anybody here that's new that doesn't understand, Mike predicted last year, right after the Continental Tournament ended, Mike predicted that the International Championship and the Continental Championship were going to be unified into the Intercontinental Championship. And Mike was so close to getting what he wanted. I mean, we had Okada with the Continental Championship. We had Ospreay with the International title, and we were like, "Oh, it's right there. He's gonna get it." No, just no.
It never ceases to amaze me. Like every time AEW does something, they outdo themselves. It never ceases to amaze me how much money they spend on how much money they spend and waste on these customized fucking belts. Why does every single fucking person get a fucking customized belt? In WWF/E, that made you special. It's not special in AEW. It doesn't take anything to get a customized belt there. But Swerve don't got no belt to Batty to bring up what Batty is doing. To bring up Batty, like Brady's comment, Swerve ain't got no customized belt. But MJF just woke up and got a brand new belt. That belt is ugly as shit. I mean, it's the American flag. USA and all that. Shout out Steph Curry for saving us from utter doom.
Exactly.
If we don't get gold.
An American hero, if I've ever seen one.
Fuck yeah. Goddamn right.
It just never ceases to amaze me. Like, if you win a belt in AEW, you're more than likely to get a customized belt. Like, Scorpio Sky had Genie. Rusev Miro had his Bulgarian belt. Like, come on now. MJF has had 2. This is his second personalized belt. He already had his own personalized AEW belt, and now he gets to basically rename the belt as the American title. Like, dude, y'all have to chill with that, because it's not like y'all are even selling these as replicas. they're not even being sold as replicas. They're just being done to make the person feel good.
I'll never forgive Tony Khan's monkey ass for ruining my damn plan.
He did ruin your plan because the plan made it was so much fucking sense. Combine the fucking belts. There's no fucking point to have an international belt and a continental belt. What the fuck is a continental belt? Just make it intercontinental.
The Continental Breakfast Championship. No, Mike, man, you were so damn close, man. I was talking shit. I was like, nah, Mike, you ain't gonna get this. But in the back of my mind, I was like, he called that shit from a mile away. God damn.
He really did, because I was with Greg. I was like, that ain't happening. It is slowly the dominoes that started happening, and MJF got
the stars aligned, and stupid ass MJF had to return
and ruin your entire plan.
Ruin my fucking plan. Intercontinental.
I don't even think. And the bad part about all this is, I bet 5 years from now that belt don't even fucking exist.
Hell no,
probably not. It's an interesting
concept. Will exist, but they won't. But that belt won't.
I could really be mad. I'm gonna really be mad because, like, well, you know what you should have done, right? You got 1,000 people in your damn roster. It doesn't make no sense. I'm not gonna rant.
Nothing in AEW.
I'm not gonna rant, but it just. Well, I'll do a little get some frustration out. Tony Khan, come on, man. You thought we were stupid by having these two belts. International and continental. Intercontinental champion.
Great.
You don't need, first of all, you already got the TNT belt. You don't need 2 more mid-card belts. For what? For what?
Even WWE realized their mistake in creating the European title, because that belt was created in 1997 and that belt was like gone by 2002.
Right, that shit was gone by the time F became E.
Right, they were like, why the fuck we got this belt? Yeah.
They're also like bringing other, the belts from WCW, like, we really don't need this many. And
right.
So,
this the US title now. We don't need this.
And then you wanna know how stupid this is? You got the American title, but where is it being defended at? Fucking Wembley Stadium. And where is Wembley? London. UK. International.
And he's just being MAGA in all these other countries, and we're like, this is not. That's literally. It's basically Greg when he throws up the views. We don't feel these views. That's basically AEW. He does not represent us.
I know I yelled all in your ear, and I'm sorry, brother. But goddamn, I'm pissed off all over again.
No, it's fine, man. It's all right. It's cool. George Washington rolling his grave.
The bad part about it is people are starting to say that MJF, that ain't no gimmick. They're starting to think that's just him. Like, I'm like, oh damn. Like MJF, you're gonna have to do something, because I can honestly see why they think that, because he's going a little bit too hard on that.
He loves to play into it nonstop. And, a lot of people can't separate the character from the person.
Right.
Hell, we just saw that happen with the guy that plays Kristen Cole in Dragon.
Oh yeah, he had to put out that tweet like,
his social media. That's not me. I'm just playing a character. And they're like, no, fuck you. You ruined it. Like, it's just a TV show, man.
Hey, listen.
People over here like, every time MJF on the screen, he always talking some shit about folks. Like, I'm starting to think he really like that.
After the match, Ospreay goes to the back to try to talk to Kyle, and later on we get the full segment, which is him feeling bad because of what happened to Kyle, and Kyle says, well, why don't you just hit the move on MJF? Like, the move, like, if anybody deserves to be spiked on their head, he said, if anybody deserves to be spiked on their skull, it is MJF. And Kyle and Ospreay said, look, I did it to my role model, my goat, and I almost ruined his life. And Kyle said, "You and me are covered in my blood. This is not you and Bryan Danielson. This is MJF." And they're arguing over this. And then Don Callis shows up, and Don says, "Hey, how you doing, sport? Listen, this is family business. Can you get the hell out of here?" He kicks Will Ospreay out so he can talk to Kyle. In the match, Callis did try to slide the screwdriver into Kyle to use on MJF. And just like Ospreay, Kyle decided against it, which is what led to him losing the match. So, are we going to see a Kyle Fletcher heel-er turn, or is Kyle going to be kicked out of the family? That's, I guess, going to be the next step. I'm assuming Kyle interferes in the MJF match All In. I'm guessing.
You know what I thought about once again during the Kyle Fletcher match? This is an ugly motherfucker. Like MJF, you say he beat the shit. Yeah, he beat more ugly into that motherfucker. MJF made that man uglier last night. Look, the kid he's good. Like Fletcher is good. He's one of the most talented guys who they have on that roster. Like seriously. Like, but he's the ugly motherfucker, man. I'm sorry. That's one ugly sumbitch, okay?
Hey.
That man needs a proactive sponsorship expeditiously.
Him and Ospreay. That's the
him and Ospreay.
They either got Batney from doing shit they don't need to be doing, or they ugly.
You can't be in your mid-20s, mid-30s and have that much acne on your face. Like that's a problem. That's a problem. We got Brian Keith and Katsuyori Shibata in a match, and man, so there was a story that broke about what the original plan was for the bounty hunter Brian Keith. Now Keith showed up like this year, started doing Collision and Ring of Honor, and he started to get a lot of people kind of interested in him. He's a smaller guy, but real good aggressive technician.
Right. And
originally the plans were he joins Shane Taylor Promotions.
Damn.
Which would be cool, but also we need to see the Shane Taylor Promotions win matches. He could have joined House of Black, which would have been a really different
that would have been a complete 180.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have hated that or not. Like that would have been interesting just to see what he would do.
Yeah.
But instead we got the learning tree. And out of those three options, the learning tree has got to be the worst choice.
I didn't even know about House of Black. I just saw Shane Taylor Productions, and I'm like, oh.
Shane and Brian Keith, that's a good combination. That's a real good combo.
You were right fucking there, because they got Lee Moriarty and all that, and I'm like, you make more sense with them than you do in this Vortex.
Speaking of Vortex, guess who the fuck showed up to attack Jericho yesterday? But Hook, because we are still doing this feud for the FTW Championship.
The real replacement of Sammy. He's the real person that replaced Sammy because he had a belt.
Why are we doing this?
Hook don't deserve this, man. Taz don't. They're bastardizing that belt. Like the FTW belt, as much as we love to call it an unofficial belt, I mean, it used to stand for something. It stands for fuck the world. And
it was a belt about, hey, you're not giving the real top guy the shot he deserves. So like it makes sense when you think about how it was used. Now, what the fuck are we doing?
It's like now it's just a participation trophy. It's just like, hey, Chris Jericho, you want to be included. You want to still feel important. Like, pull the plug on this dude. Send him out the pasture. There's no reason in the year 2024 that we should be seeing Chris Jericho wrestling. Like, he's in denial as much as we talk about how bad Vince is. Vince was absolutely 100% fucking correct. Besides him winning the AEW title, Vince was right. He needs to still be doing the list. Vince knew what time it was. It was time for him to wrap it up.
Yeah. Because it was supposed to be him and Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship.
Right.
And instead we got Goldberg and Lesnar, I think, was what happened.
Oh, my God.
And I think at the time we were like, fuck, another Goldberg. All right, we were kind of upset because like it could have been a moment for KO. But yeah, Matt, when you look back at it, like, that was the right choice. That was the right choice.
Like Vince was right in saying, like, well, I want you to keep doing the list stuff. I think you're done, kid. And he's like, no, I still got it. I still got it. Yeah, you still got it. We saw it when you won the AEW title. That was it.
He had one more year of it.
That was
one good year. And it was great. Right. It was great. Him as AEW World Champion was fun. It was great.
Yeah. He should have ended it. Wrapped it up after the Painmaker deal. The Painmaker was phenomenal. Going over to Japan and raising terror as the Painmaker, that shit was absolute. That was a chef's kiss. He should have ended it there. And I agree. If you want to start at AEW and want to be the first AEW champion, perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. But man, like y'all absolutely right, man. And Vince, he was right too. Like, dude, because think about it. It would not Jericho could still be over on commentary.
Yeah.
He's perfect for that.
Like, Vince saw what Jericho still doesn't see.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to hang it up. Get your ass on commentary. The shit that they were doing when they first started, when they were like, oh, we got Jericho. He going to be here on commentary, and he going to do a promo. That's the shit the shit you were doing when you first started in AEW is what you need to be doing now. You don't need to be anything other than a talking head. You don't need to be an active wrestler.
Matt, I hate to do this to you. We got some breaking news.
Oh God.
Coming from TNA.
Oh God. Dolph Ziggler has lost the world title.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Someone from NXT has made their debut.
Oh, I know, because they ruined the shit. I saw it on Instagram. I know who you're talking about. It's motherfucking Dante. I don't know who is telling folks that he is a hot fucking commodity. He's
Dante Chin, baby.
See, this is what I'm talking about when I say NXT, y'all gotta bring people of equal value. Because he ain't no fucking equal value. What the fuck, Sean?
This
I don't want to see him in no fucking emergence because that's one of the qualifiers. I ain't trying to see him at emergence.
Like, it's a qualifier for the X Division Championship with Zachary Wentz and
the stupid thing about all of that. Why are they having Speedball qualify for the match? He's defending the title, isn't
he? Unless he's getting stripped of it, I don't know. I don't know.
They started out real solid with the new quarter catch crew. With Dempsey and them boys,
they had a hell of a match at Slammiversary. They had a bang match.
Bringing them on. That's a good first solid start.
Because I know the bullshit NXT is doing, because we're like, y'all ain't really bringing nobody of equal value. But they're like, well, we gave y'all the Rascals. And it's like, no, bro. Because y'all slid in Wes. Y'all are making, that's what y'all are calling equal value because you slid in a Wes. Like, no, that's not equal. You're still giving TNA a bunch of ass. And you gave them a bunch of ass and Wes.
This nigga wrestles on NXT Level Up. He wrestles on Level Up. He wrestles on the green and orange brand.
This is his first appearance since getting murdered by an ego.
It's because you gotta look back and think at who TNA has sent to NXT. They got Jordan Grace, arguably one of, if not the top 3 knockouts champions in history.
And they basically stolen Joe Henry.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry, the most popular wrestler, arguably one of the most popular wrestlers on the planet, Joe Hendry. That man is over as shit. And they took him and sent the Rascals there.
Yeah.
And they send back Dante Chin.
We get them Wes and Dante Chin. That is the equivalent of saying, hey, here's this iPhone. You want? Guess what I'm gonna trade you for? This motherfucking toothpick.
Here's a Zoom.
Here's a Zoom.
It's, and Tatum Paxley. And it's like, what the? Where are y'all? Got
it's like
nothing.
The gun for the bullet. You don't even get the gun. You just got a bullet. All right, fight them off. Here you go.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll take the Steiner brothers.
From Men in Black. At least that.
Here, we'll take the Steiner brothers. You know who you'll have? Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Like,
Y'all gonna have of 2024.
Exactly.
We're gonna give you Road Warrior Animal and Heidenreich. How's that feel? That good? That enough?
We're gonna give y'all K-Quick and Road Dogg because we get around.
We're gonna give y'all R-Truth and Adam Pac-Man Jones. Robin Truth Killers and Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Oh God. So back, I just wanted to stop by and say that and just, what the fuck are you doing, WWE?
That's terrible.
It's awful. It's so bad.
It's an uneven trade. It's a great, like, it all is working out, but it's like,
give them something.
As much as we've given praise to this deal, I ain't gonna hold you. HBK, you doing some Tony Khan type shit right now. You are studying from the book of Khan.
Because the shit they are doing, we have been saying this even before they had this went all in on Joe Henry. Me and Greg have been saying, yo, who the fuck from NXT is gonna show up that's worth a damn? They're like, here's Tatum Paxton. I don't give a fuck about no Tatum Paxton. Here's Dante Chin. I don't care about no Dante Chin. Can I get some Lexus King? Shit. And I'm sorry, God, for even saying this. But at this fucking point, fuck it. Send fucking Eddie fucking Ford. That's fucking more interesting. Shit.
You got all
that DJing ass music to TNA.
Sean Spears, Tony D'Angelo, Oba Femi.
All them goddamn women they got at NXT. Could you imagine Miss Parker or our last legend showing up in Impact?
Sol Ruka. Like
Sol Ruka.
Kalani. Say Kalani.
Metaphor needs to go for the Knockouts tag title since they couldn't win the NXT one.
There you go.
Yeah. Hell.
There you go.
Roxy's ass over there. We've already seen Jordan twice.
Yeah, because Roxy talked about, oh, look, someone I haven't beaten yet. And I'm like, all right.
Why don't you go to Jordan's house?
Who can beat you at this point? Because you already talked about Julia and Stephanie. So who gonna beat you?
One of them is.
Exactly. Go to Jordan's house. She ain't doing shit with that in that division. Go to Impact. Go to TNA. Go to one of those pay-per-views, Roxy. Come on, HBK.
They gonna book themselves into a corner with Roxy eventually.
They've already
honestly, they could have taken that belt off of her last week.
Yes.
They could have taken the belt off her last week and been done.
Now, where it's like when she does show up on either Raw or SmackDown, it's like you should have been here already.
She better catch a woo like live Valkyrie.
Next up in Dynamite, JR spoke to Swerve. Did y'all see this segment with Swerve and JR?
It was
because are they making Swerve a heel again?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. First of all, I watched SummerSlam last night, but I watched SummerSlam last night.
Hey, as long as you catch on with something, that's fine. That's all right.
Yeah, I watched SummerSlam. First of all, phenomenal fucking show. I watched every match except the main event because blah. The Tribal Chief is back. That's the most
right.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
To answer Mongo's question.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we kind of got that with the whole Ospreay feud. We got that. We got remnant. We got bits and pieces of Swerve being an absolute dick.
It's like they got to reestablish. I hate that they're doing all this because to me, it just feels like they're insulting our intelligence. Oh, you want to reestablish the fact that Swerve is a heel? All right, so Bryan Danielson is winning. That's what you're basically telling me. That either this super mega heel is going to kill this man, or this super mega heel is about to lose to this man who is about to die. It's one of those two.
Cookies? Yes, exactly. Like, what is this not the feud you're supposed to be building to?
Exactly.
Hangman is the heel coming back. He's spurned by the fans who chose the guy that invaded his house and stood over his baby's crib while it was sleeping. And the fans chose Swerve. That's your story. But instead, we are doing this. And if you take that belt off Swerve and then it's just Hanger and Swerve, that's first off, that lessens the feud. It needs to be a title.
It is essentially, in hindsight, this is literally Drew, Punk, and Seth. Except it has the title involved. What the whole thing we didn't want in WWE. Because you got one story that's the big story, the really juicy story is Hangman and Swerve. The really juicy story is Punk and Seth. But we keep getting Drew and Punk, Drew and Punk, Drew and Punk, Drew and Punk. And it's like, all right, like we get it now. Like now that that's been settled, we don't need to see Drew and Punk no more. And now it's like, all right, we don't really need to see Danielson versus Swerve, but I guess
we're gonna have to do it.
Y'all want Hangman to be this not special guest referee? He's just gonna be hanging around.
Well,
I think they're gonna have him, and this is gonna sound stupid. I think they're about to have him take on Jeff Jarrett.
Oh God! Is that why Jeff Jarrett was randomly fighting Danielson last night?
Yes. I think we're getting to, because Jarrett faced Hanger in that in the Owen, right? Mm-hmm. And Hanger beat the shit out of him, right? And Jarrett's been getting this like weird fan boom over the summer. I don't know where it came from. So now people want to see Jarrett and Hangman at All In.
These fans are on drugs. This comes from someone who is currently high as a kite. These fans are on drugs. I saw a few posts about it, and I like played in because I thought it was a joke. I was like, "Oh yeah, of course, yeah, Hanger and Jarrett, yeah, of course." Well, y'all are serious? Oh, y'all serious? Oh, no.
Like all respect to Jeff Jarrett. Like shout out to him. Shout out to my middle name. Shout out to Jeff Jarrett.
Hang on, Bucko.
But like even he knows. I'm pretty sure Jeff Jarrett is like, bruh. Ain't even no reason I should even be out here in any of this. But Jeff Jarrett got more common sense than some folks because he's gonna be like, nah, beat my ass.
Yeah, at least Jarrett doesn't mind getting his ass whooped for the greater
Jeff
good.
Jarrett and Dustin Rhodes are like, nah, I'm old. I'm washed. Beat me.
This isn't 2004 TNA King of the Mountain Jeff Jarrett. This man just knows what he's about now. He's just you can respect it. You can respect it.
What they should, just like Matt alluded to earlier, just make this a triple threat match, okay? Make it Swerve versus Danielson versus Hangman. Just do it, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. Y'all, they've had triple threat match for that belt before. Why not do it now? Like, we don't need a separate match between Danielson. Because all that's going to happen is Heyman's going to interfere in that match. That match is not ending clean. If it ends at all. It could very much end in a DQ. And if it does, just set up at the net. What is it? This is all in. What we got all out next?
I can't remember what they're doing after this because they're gonna have one of those like TV special things, but All Out is at the beginning of September, so I guess that would be their official next pay-per-view. Yeah.
So in September, have the triple threat match for the title then, and then get this shit over with. You can have that way. You can have Danielson win that match, finally get his belt, or you can have Hangman pin Swerve or Swerve pin Hangman. And you can continue that feud going on. And then they can have their one-on-one match for the belt. So that's how you get yourself out of the corner, AEW. Gave you another great idea. Don't screw me over with this one, which I know you will. I know you will.
Yeah. That's it for the majority of this show. You know, it was all right. You could clearly tell like, the majority of their roster's not here right now, so they did what they could. Let's get into some news from the week. First, I guess since we're talking about All In, we'll talk about this. AEW is looking to bring in some other indie names, including UK star Michael Oku for the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal at All In, and they're also expecting some major surprises to be coming. Probably Ricochet, maybe, if he's supposed to be coming at some point, right? So, and considering the contract that's up this week, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's contract, as reported by Fightful Select, is up this weekend. He's officially done. They're not looking to re-sign him. They kind of know he's out the door. And he's looking to both get into actual fighting again, or he's looking to do New Japan or All Elite Wrestling.
So he's pretty much going into his TNA gimmick, because that's what Lashley did. He wrestled, and he also fought in the cage. Yeah,
pretty much.
He wants to get back to just being simply known as Lashley with the headband.
Not the headband. Keep the headband off. Keep the headband off. Yeah, Lasher fighting in Bellator and also collecting every single belt in TNA. I still think it's awful that we couldn't get, I don't know what they were doing with Lashley the past year. Him and the Street Profits were such an interesting combination.
Yeah.
And then they just didn't really do much with them. And then they had their little Mania moment, but it was against a team that hasn't really won anything anyway.
I know.
And the Profits are just stuck doing nothing now, and Lashley's gone. Lashley could have been in a fine heel for Cody.
Yeah.
You could have had Lashley doing things for the U.S. title instead of having it on Logan Paul for the past 6 months. It's
you could have had the Profits go back down to NXT, win those titles.
Yeah, something to be interesting, because that division down there, especially now that we're seeing that the Rascals are no longer going to be challenging for those belts, that division all of a sudden got a whole lot worse.
Yeah,
that was a rough decision. Business Profits could have been a legit threat. They could have.
Yeah.
The Almighty Profits, man. They really should have been. They should have been dominant. But unfortunately, they were stuck on SmackDown at a time where the Bloodline was around.
Yeah. Yeah. And, they put majority of their effort into that storyline.
Yeah.
That's the major storyline of that brand.
Yeah. And it still is going today.
Yeah.
It's, and we're going to see Roman show up tomorrow for the first time in a while. So, the Bloodline is the major moneymaker for sure.
Yeah. You got Bloodline and Cody.
So,
yeah, you got 2 cash cows on that brand. To the rest of you, good luck.
And you could have sent them to Raw, maybe.
Yeah.
But then, and because you could have bounced the world title around a bit more than they did. before it went from Priest to Gunther. They could have had, looking at it now, it's just, where would you fit him in is the issue. But overall, I think he was underutilized. He got his moment during the pandemic with the Hurt Business, and then he won the WWE title right at the end of that period.
Yeah.
And then Big E beat him for it, and then ever since he's just kind of been hanging around.
And I was gonna say when we started this topic, like, AEW, you can sign another old fucker, but hey, this old fucker can still go.
Yeah.
Lashley,
if Lashley gets gonna match with somebody in AEW,
yeah,
it's not like Jericho, where this guy needed to be retired. This isn't like Edge, where like this man he came back from like neck paralysis and like having to, barely dodging that bullet, and he's kind of doing okay, but he's kind of having a hard time keeping up. And Jarrett, who at least, like y'all were saying, at least he's willing to put somebody over. But Lashley is in the best shape of his life.
Lashley is still Lashley.
Yes.
Like that man has been a monster for 20 years. Has been dominant for most of those 20 years.
Yeah.
Been dominant. So yes, he can still go at an extremely high level. Hell, Keith Lee may not ever wrestle again. Boom, there you go. Put Lashley right there.
Yeah. That's such a sad one. But yeah, that's interesting. Tito says Bobby, MVP, and a healthy Will Hobbs. It would be better than putting Hobbs with. I mean, Hobbs has been in so many groups that have failed.
Yeah.
But at least maybe with that, he'd have a chance. Bring in Shelton Benjamin, who can still go at his age. Him and Bobby are just like Truth. They're like, God, they look almost as the exact same they did 25 years ago, bring those in, and then a Will Hobbs would be great. Or if you get a smaller guy like Brian Keith or Lee to go in there, like there's something to be done with Bobby.
Bring Cedric's ass with them.
Yeah.
Have the Hurt Business in AEW and add Hobbs. Boom, there you go.
You talk about like a real legit threat, like finally a stable that's going to do something. Mm-hmm. But you'd have to actually pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And what we've seen in TNA, that's TNA, AEW, similar differences. When it comes to certain talent and certain groups, they refuse to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And if you have these people here, Bobby Lashley should not be losing to anybody, damn near anybody on that roster. Mm-hmm. Shelton Benjamin should be able to out wrestle the majority of the people the majority of the shooters. It's like the BCC, or it's like, how are these guys not holding every belt in the company?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I want the best. I do.
Yeah, because the stable that, I'm sure we would all agree with this. The one stable that I just think about is House of Black. They could. It's exciting. As excited as we were, Malachi leading this group. Look how long it took them to win fucking belts. So I could wholeheartedly see the same thing happening for the new Hurt Business with Hobbs, if that were the case. So yeah, Mongo, yeah, it's a damn shame too.
Yeah,
but Lashley will find. He'll find a spot at AEW. I think Lashley be just fine there.
Yeah, that's one of the guys, because every time someone goes to AEW, we kind of get like, okay, but is it going to matter in a few months? I think Lashley will matter going forward. And he could go to New Japan. There are rumors of him maybe going to New Japan. Hey, if TNA's got the money, maybe it goes. But then again, what do you want to go to TNA now that TNA is working with WWE? It's kind of like, in bed with a place he doesn't want to be a part of. MVP is working Bloodsport with GCW, so maybe he shows up in Bloodsport. But it's one of those talents where you just want the best for him. because they deserve. They've worked really hard for so long, and I think Cookie's is kind of right where he's been on the outs of the top for so long that they just didn't have any plans for him. And it's nothing against him. You could place him anywhere and he'll be a monster, but that's just not who they're looking at right now. And it's unfortunate
because, I mean, piggyback on the SummerSlam, LA Knight, you got LA Knight finally wins gold. Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov, you got these homegrown new guys coming up now. Like you see the shift. They're focusing on the new guys. Hell, they put the Creeds with Gable. They're focusing on the new talent. So it is in a way out with the old in a sense and with the new.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's just the nitty-gritty of it, man. That's just how it is. He'll land on his feet wherever he goes. He'll be fine. It's one of those things. Like, man, it sucks that it didn't work out better. But that's the business. So yeah, we've got AEW looking to bring in people. So Bobby might be one of their options. Michael Oku, of course, is someone who has been kind of doing it up on the UK indies. He's been with Rev Pro for a while. I think he's still there now. He's the current British heavyweight champion. He's done some New Japan stuff. If you've seen any New Japan in the past 2-3 years, he's been around. Again, Ricochet is a strong possibility. There are a couple options, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this pay-per-view. Do you know what the full card is right now? I've got it pulled up.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I have not been very in tune with AEW lately, to be honest.
So what we're looking at here is we've got Thomas Toni Storm and Mariah May, which is going to be good.
Yeah.
One of the better women's feuds in wrestling today is those two. We've got...
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
He's back. I was wondering what the hell happened to Matt?
I was sitting here because out of nowhere my internet dropped and the router was still flashing blue. But I'm like, if my internet, I said I wouldn't have dropped if my stuff was blue. And then out of nowhere it turned red. I already chatted with Spectrum and they were like, I think I'm in an outage. And then finally the notification came up. They're talking about it's gonna be back on by midnight.
Oh shit.
Sure.
That sucks.
Right.
Man, sorry about that.
Oh, you're all right.
Fucking Spectrum.
You froze in the worst. Yeah, Matt, unfortunately, you froze. You had your teeth out like a bumpkin. I had to take you off real quick. I was like, I can't let this man sit like this. I did that to pull you off. Didn't look good. If them top teeth were way far out, you were in the middle of saying something. You just, I can't let him hang like that. I can't let that happen.
Right. I appreciate
it. So we're talking about All In going. You know, we got a few weeks left for All In. We just got done talking about Bobby Lashley possibly being one of the surprises for the Battle Royal they're doing. They're doing the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal. Michael Oku coming from Rev Pro is someone, since he's in the UK, they might use him. This might be a spot for Ricochet to finally show up, maybe.
Right.
The All In card right now. So we've got Thomas Toni Storm defending against Mariah May, which is a great feud. Will Ospreay and MJF, which should be a really good match for the American title, just to piss off Mike further. Darby Allin and Jack Perry for the TNT title.
Yawn.
I just don't care about Jack Perry, man. I just don't give a shit.
Exactly. Who gives a fuck?
I'm sure people do. I'm sure someone out there does. I don't. Mike doesn't. Matt, do you?
What?
Do you care about Jack Perry? Do you care about this match?
No. I don't care about no damn Jack Perry. Fuck a damn Jack Perry.
Yeah, it's that, it'll be fine, I guess. Britt Baker against Mercedes Moné. That match is less exciting than the backstage drama they're having. Like, that's Britt's getting in.
Who gives a flying fuck about that match?
Britt's getting into all kind of issues backstage, and she's claiming they're not true. And then Mercedes is, is kind of floundering a little bit with
this match is messy. This is literally a messy ass match.
Yeah.
Two women surrounded by a bunch of mess at the moment.
Yeah.
Hot ass mess.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And then the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal, and then the AEW World Trios Championship. This is one of those things where like AEW not caring about defining heels and faces really hurts them a lot sometimes. The Patriarchy taking on the Bang Bang Gang or the House of Black, the AEW Trios Championship. Who are you supposed to cheer for?
They don't even know.
Who are you supposed to pull for?
Who's part of the Patriarchy again?
Patriarchy is Christian Cage's group with Luchasaurus, aka Killswitch, and Nick Wayne. Another group of just like, why are we doing this? Like, this is going on way too long.
That's what they named it. That's what they named their stable.
The Patriarchy, because Christian Cage is the father of everything, and he's also apparently banging Nick Wayne's mom. I think they're kind of alluding to that.
Why he got a whole actual wife and daughter out here?
Got a whole family. Like, no, this is my real family.
Like, I remember the whole Christian is the father of everything, and blah 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 blah. I just didn't. Again, just shows how much I've been paying attention to AEW recently. I did not know that's what they named that fucking group. Ugh.
Yeah, it's not. The Christian making dead dad jokes was funny for a little while.
Right.
It has gotten a little stale. And the problem is, it's not even just him anymore. We have a lot of other heels in AEW making dead dad jokes. Like, all right, we get it. You're Angie. All right, cool. We got it. Cookie says Christian has been doing this. Yeah, well, that's just... Yeah.
Tony Khan runs shit into the ground until it's beyond dead.
Christian
it's gotta get buried.
Hey, yo, Christian, we need to wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. You, Copeland, and Jericho. Wrap it up.
Yeah, God told Adam, he broke his leg. God told Adam to sit on down. Jericho he just keep running away from it.
I still can't believe he broke his leg like that. Like, what the hell did he slip? What the hell was he doing? He fell, he landed right on his leg from a 20-foot drop. Like, what was he thinking?
I don't even know why him and Christian are like, yeah, we're in the best shape of our lives thanks to these planks. Planks? No, y'all are on drugs. Planks ain't doing
what
all
that is? That's the male ego right there. Saying I can still got it. I can still do it. And Father Thomas like, no, the fuck you can't. You're old. Here, take this broken leg with you.
Once again.
No.
And that probably I don't even think that was Vince. That was Triple H. But once again, WWE in hindsight was right. Edge, you don't need to be wrestled.
Speaking of Triple H, it got to a point where, at a point in Triple H's career, we would see him wrestle quarterly.
Remember way back, I started calling him the new I started calling him the new Undertaker because he would only wrestle once a year at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What's going on, Dolores? How you doing?
That's what Edge should be doing.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I mean,
Edge should be doing.
Deciding to do the one. I want to have the best match of my career every single week. Like at 50. You don't have to. Like, Dustin Rhodes is like the current one of the Ring of Honor trios champions with the Von Erichs. But Dustin Rhodes also doesn't wrestle every single week.
I'm gonna say it too. Eagle. That's the only good part of that damn thing. Everything else is bad.
It's so bad. While we were working the NXT show on Tuesday, one of my coworkers was like, "This is my first time tuning into NXT in a while, and I thought the main roster themes were bad, but this shit is atrocious. Like, yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
This shit is
Bad.
super ass.
You get one good theme for every 15. That's what's
If it ain't Trick, it is not worth a shit. Tony D'Angelo is cool, but yeah.
Tony D's had 2 good themes. Trick's theme is great. I guess Javon's is pretty generic. It's not even that great.
Right.
It's all right.
It's super generic.
You know?
It's
And
better than Eagle.
I'll be honest, I kind of hate the like let's get bouncy at the beginning of it. I kind of hate that. Like,
because that's
It
the
makes you sound like a 12-year-old child.
it does.
Bouncing.
Like, bro, I know you're 20. This is the goofiest shit I've ever seen. And like you know who's got a real weirdly good theme? Dante Chin has like a strangely good theme.
All right.
For nothing, for no reason.
Because he's ass.
Who is he smashing?
Smash his hand.
Who if he get done on some knees or something, why? What's up with the dot? What's up with it? Okay, if he got somebody held hostage,
I said the same thing about Sean Spears.
I can't even talk because I see why the person I hate still in the company. He out here just slanging and banging. He just
that man.
That man is crispy cold.
Basically. I see why Eddie
Who is
Thorpe is still in the company. So.
Oh yeah, I was like, who is it? Oh yeah, Dakota Kai.
So,
poor Shayna.
who was recently injured? And I'm like, damn. See what happened?
See what happens if you mess with Eddie Thorpe. It ruins your career.
Yeah.
It's like don't do crack. Don't do Eddie Thorpe.
You hurt again.
Like I'm trying to think. Most of the women's themes are terrible. Metaphor's theme is good. Metaphor's theme is great. That's a great theme.
Oh,
That's honestly because of the entrance. The entrance makes that theme.
And
you know?
Jada's is just OTMs. It's just her. That's basically all that stuff is hers. Everything.
Jada.
Is hers.
The reason Jada's
tag team is
entrance is good is because Jada. Jada
that is
makes
the Jada
work.
Parker vehicle. Like
OTM, they're her property.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is Jada Parker featuring OTM.
They are the Pips. She's Gladys Knight.
You damn right. I told HBK that he thought I was playing when I said that. I wasn't playing. I'm like, no, we putting the belt on her. We putting one of these belts. See, I got low key turned on my baby.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kalani, but Uncle Mike is right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she needs something. She needs something. That do it like Lonnie. It's not working.
That girl is moving melatonin in the ring. When I see her in the ring, I want to go to sleep. Okay, it's like, God damn, Melo's your man. Come on, Melo.
It reminds me. Do you remember when Brie Bella came back and like, yeah, Brie's finally back, and she's now that she's married to Brian, she's been working, and she came back.
And she came back with that bullshit ass submission, like
Brie, yeah, and it was as bad. It was as bad as she'd ever been, and like, how did you not learn anything? It's the same thing. We're like, how did you not get any of Melo's charisma? You haven't learned nothing.
You have the walking answers to the test.
Yes,
Melo Hayes, and you ain't learned a damn thing, girl. What the hell?
Because Carmella didn't come into the NXT oozing charisma. Like he had to, like he built that up.
Yeah.
You know? He had to build, so he built it up himself. And
Right.
just same for Trick. Trick came in bout it. You know, it wasn't that great. It was pretty rough.
She gotta
So-
like graduate to something, but that do it like Lonnie, because I couldn't even remember it until you said it just now. I just knew I didn't like it.
Honestly, I think they've kind of forgotten about it, which is good because it's bad.
It's bad.
They,
And
they should have threw Kaylani's ass and chased you. Hell, put her ass and chase you.
I think that was why we were kind of shocked that she won that belt, because you're like, there are just so many better options.
like she's
far
a
as,
great, she's a great workhorse and all that, but she ain't got no gimmick. And as much as they're trying, that do it like Lonnie is not a gimmick. And now it's just like, girl, like, I felt bad for her when they booed her, because I'm just like, oh, not my baby. Why y'all gonna boo her? But I understood why they did it, because they're like,
Walking
Okay, you
melatonin.
won.
They're sleepy.
basically, they're like, you won. Like, we like you. It's nothing against you, but you ain't doing nothing. Like, ain't nothing hooking us in. You got a creepy chick number one, creepy white chick, and now here comes creepy Asian chick. Like, they got two. That's two gimmicks. They got gimmicks. You just the goody two shoes workhorse.
Trying my best, trying hard. Yeah.
And it's like, my God, you got two women there who are over with their characters. Lash Legend and Jada Parker.
And they've hot-shotted Jada right into the NXT Women's title picture out of nowhere.
That girl, like you talk about Bianca Belair all over again with charisma.
Jada?
Yes.
Absolutely.
With charisma, yes.
Like,
Is
there
she
ain't
the
no
athlete of
reason.
Bianca? No. But as far as the character,
She's everything. Like,
She
from
is
the time I
everything.
saw her, I was like, oh yes, that I'm hitching my wagon. Her.
the way I
And-
felt when I first saw Bianca is how Matt feels about Jada.
Yeah.
Well, also you look at like Bianca when she came in, she was already like a multi-medal athlete that like Jada comes in here, she's only 24, 23. Like she just got out of college. And she played soccer. So like she's basically coming in from this being fit enough to be, you know, not get gassed, but she's learning everything from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
So to have just the natural oozing charisma that she has
Right.
is money.
Yeah.
She is money.
Like, she is literally the female Mellow. She is everything. She talks her shit and she backs it up. And she breaks the internet every fucking week because they see how she's built and they like, oh shoot, she a wrestler? Yes, she is. That's Miss Parker.
Yeah.
But it's just like all the people, just like to Mike's point, all the people that I like, Lash, Jada Parker, those are the two people that you would have thought would have been the first North American champion, and they're not. And now the crowd is starting to reject Kalani, and it's not even nothing that she's not even doing anything wrong. She's just playing her part, but because she doesn't have a gimmick that's believable, she doesn't have a gimmick at all. So because she doesn't have a gimmick, they're just like, oh, it's just like Stingo mode. This is a man called Sting. She's a girl named Kalani. Like,
Yeah. It's I think they're feeling like they need to make sure Kalani has this belt for a while because she's the first champion. She doesn't.
She does
she
not.
really doesn't.
She does not.
Two defenses. All right, cool. Now she can lose it and then she can have a comeback story. But I don't know. I still feel like WWE has this weird obsession with like they want to make sure most of their champions have at least 6 months, and it's like you don't need to do.
They really like
And
go
this
back.
is the new belt. This is the new belt on NXT. This is a project. Okay, we put it on this girl. Okay, all right. And again, this is when stuff happens organically. Oh, the crowd's not feeling her. Okay, let's get it off her. Oh, we got two women. We got Miss Parker. Here you go. She can hold on to that motherfucker for a while.
Because that's true. And to Mike's point, truly, the real work in making that belt legit is not going to fall in Kalani's hands. It's going to fall on whoever the next champion is, just like it fell on Damian Priest. Like, Drew McIntyre, even though he was technically the second champion, Damian Priest had to hold on to what Seth built that title up towards.
Yep.
Priest had to carry that on. Whoever beats Kalani is going to have to carry that on. Like, it ain't going to be Kalani.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and there's a lot of talent there that could take that belt from her and it would be okay. Like she is so young in her career. There's no reason you don't got to protect Kalani Jordan.
Yeah, there's no
at all.
That's the whole. Like I told them in the NWO chat, and I'm like, all right. At some point, I'm gonna have to I'm just gonna cut Kalani because the reign is gonna start becoming unbelievable. I'm like, all right, she beat Tatum. Yeah, I'm done with her because after this, it's like, I don't know. Like you probably would I be shocked if you beat Wendy? Yeah. Would I be shocked if you lost to Wendy? No, because Wendy needs something. What's the point of Wendy coming back? Like Wendy ain't never won anything worth a damn. She's only been hurt.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing that Wendy's only had 2 very quick matches since she's come back.
Right.
Batty says Kalani should lose to Jasmine Nix.
Shout out Lexus Kane. That's 4.
You're saying no, Mike?
Listen, I love characters. Okay, you can have a great character and still need work in the ring, but as long as I believe in that character, I am sold. That's what made Trick. That's what made Trick popular, even at the heel. Okay, he's green in the ring still, but he had a character.
Yeah,
he talked shit on that mic. He was confident. Then the actual talent messed with the character, and boom, look what we have now: a megastar in Trick Williams.
I feel like they're gonna have to. Kalani's reign's definitely gonna have to end at No Mercy. Like, sorry, baby, but it's time for you to come up off that belt.
She needs rebranding. Like, she seriously needs a rebranding. Hell, the 2 women that don't have a belt have more charisma than the 2 women who have belts.
Yeah, they're more believable heels than the person who's than the world champ, the women's champ who's supposed to be a heel.
Because I'm so sick of Roxy.
And the workhorse.
I'm sick of Roxy's reign. I'm sick of it. Like we've said it now.
I am trying to be comfortable. Without
that is you gotta get paid. You need to get paid for armpits.
I'm trying to be comfortable without any sort of anything triggering.
Yeah, I'm with y'all on Roxanne. She's great in the ring, but God, that's run it's rough.
Right.
To the point where we're like a while back, we're like, man, Thea's she got to work on something because she took a few steps back after that feud that she had, and shit. Last week they had built her up in 2 weeks to where people were like, put on Thea Hale, put on Thea right now, and I think part of that is just because this Roxanne thing is not hitting, and I don't even want to say it's really her fault because they put her in a position that she didn't need to be in. And it's partly because
unnecessary title reign. It's an unnecessary title reign that's lasting longer than it needs to be. We're just treading water.
But also it's because of who was supposed to be in the spot to begin with.
Yeah.
Cora Jade.
Yeah. Poor Cora. This was supposed to be Cora. and Roxanne would already be on the main roster. Cora would have been, because even NWO had Cora, and then she decided to tear her ACL.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck happened. Because even I knew what was going to happen. I'm like, oh, Cora is going to finally win the NXT title, and this is going to be her magnum opus. This is going to be her final project before she is gone. And she could have lost to Julia or Stephanie McClure or any other damn person they're going to bring. But nope, she got hurt, and they got Roxanne sitting here looking stupid until she loses to whoever she's going to lose to. Because at this point, she called out Stephanie and Julia. I don't even know who she could possibly lose to.
Julia's still got some time left on those Marigold shows. So I don't know when she's showing up. Stephanie McCurr was doing live events. Like,
right, she did like
3 weeks ago.
Live event. They did that now, and she's sight unseen. Like, there's been no news about her. And the Delta chick, they just keep talking about her, but I don't know nothing about her. So.
Well,
they just be like, Delta's, she gonna pop up, and we're gonna be like, who is she?
I don't know. I think the NXT has a lot. Most of their championships are just being held for no reason. Like Axiom and Frazier. Ben should have lost those belts.
A reign that should have been. They should have lost to the Good Brothers. Honestly,
yeah.
They could have lost to AOP before that. You know.
Yeah, they could.
AOP was the move. AOP was
definitely the move because I picked them up for NWO, and I thought they were going to beat them because that's a storyline they just
good, Reggie.
threw away. They just threw
have a good time,
away.
Reggie.
They said they were like, we're black and gold.
They're coming to take over. Like, well,
then they got drafted.
There's nobody in NXT that should be able to beat AOP, considering how dominant AOP was beating the shit out of FTR, DIY, and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish at the same time. Why can't they beat Axiom and Frazier?
Right.
You know what? It's so alarming that the majority of their champions are just
they're placeholders. They're placeholders.
Kalani, Roxanne, Axiom, and Frazier.
The only ones that feel great as champions are Oba.
Yeah.
And Ethan, Ethan's really good, but so far the run has been not great.
Yeah, because he got him feuded with fucking Oro.
His first 2 title defensive have been Dante Chen and Oro Mensah.
Mm-hmm. Like, Ethan Page is a great talent. Ethan Page is highly underrated. He's great that they have the belt on him. Fucking use him. Use him. Let's have some fun here. But instead, Dante Chen and Ora has done great improving himself in the past 4 months. Once they knew Noam Dar was, I still wonder man, if Noam Dar didn't get injured, where would the direction have gone? But since he got hurt, they have let Ora shine. And Ora's done some great stuff. Ora's proving, hey, he's a pretty damn good mid-carder if you give him the time of day to build stuff up.
Yeah.
But he's not a world champion, and he's not going to beat Ethan Page.
That was the whole thing that irritated me from the jump for this. I'm like, Ethan Page is basically the world champion of NXT. The NXT title is on par with the world championship. So why is this random dude that ain't done nothing before in the metaphor now all of a sudden y'all want us to care about him? Like, no.
And give him a title shot. Give him a title shot.
And then they try to get it off of the bullshit. Oh, he pinned him. Those weren't fucking official matches. That was me and Greg's whole thing. Like, why is Ethan Page even mad about this? You got pinned. Who cares? It wasn't a fucking official match. Who fucking cares? And to y'all's point, he was never going to be a legit contender. You weren't even fighting for the North American title. So why are you fighting for the world title out of nowhere?
And it was only because he was getting attacked. Like, so? It's NXT. Someone gets attacked 3 times a night.
Raven,
that means nothing. Maddie said he fine though. So
you know what? My wife, she lined that up perfectly, and ain't even hearing her. She's in her back office, and that just lined up perfectly. Oh, come on!
Oh, come on! I was like, oh.
That's timing, brother. You can't teach that. That's.
I got spooked for a quick second, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that was Raven." I was like, "Who said that?"
That fit in perfectly. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's how we felt about Oral. Oh, come on.
That's exactly how I felt. Like, oh, what the fuck is this? This easy ass points for Diaz. This is bullshit. Oh.
Oh man! Before we wrap up the night, I guess we should talk about this a little bit. There was this like real feel good kind of movement happening in wrestling over the past 5-6 months regarding soft ground wrestling, SGW.
Oh man!
Over in Africa, and to the point where wrestlers from WWE, AEW, TNA, all the indies. We're sending them money. We're showing up and doing matches with them. Cody and Will Ospreay both promised to pay for a ring for them. I believe Mansoor's mother fronted money for an entire new van. And the guy running it pocketed all the money.
God took the money and ran. Then tried to say that ain't what he did because he didn't release a statement. And I'm like, nah, bro. Because that article, I didn't even get to finish reading that article. They went all the way in depth on how he took the money and ripped everybody off and ran away with the money. So he is guilty. He is all the way guilty.
Yeah, that was a courtesy of Cassidy Haynes from Body Slam. In a real in-depth look at everything. He did his research. Daniel Bumbosh is the founder and owner of the promotion, and essentially just took the money for himself. I think $40,000 to $60,000 just pocketed it. There was money that there were photos of vans saying like what we want to do is buy this van, and it turned out that van was already belonged to him or something like that, and that they were trying to buy land and that they actually never tried to buy any land, and then they tried to get a TV deal, and Haynes from Body Slam contacted the station to see if that was a real thing, and they said there was no contact of any substance about starting a deal for promoting the show on TV. So just lie upon lie upon lie. It's a pretty sad moment because it was a great thing, and there are like it's a lot of
we all had our defenses up when we were looking at this because we were all like, oh, I hope this money that is going to the right people. I hope this isn't some sort of like scam type of deal. And we see people like Cody and everybody donating, and we're like, all right, this seems like it's on the up and up. And nope, it's not.
Yeah. I will put the link to the article if y'all want to read it in the chat. It is, so make sure this goes to everything. Yeah. Okay.
I do he ripped off Cody. Like, shit.
Yeah. SGW, I'm gonna try to pull up some stuff from them. If you've ever seen this, it's the wrestling where people are like wrestling on in mud essentially. Mm-hmm. And I think most recently like EC3 showed up there. Let me see if I can pull some things up here real quick. So this is just like a one image of like it's this. If you've seen like the ropes and the mud and stuff all over Twitter and social media, this is what they are. And I think Mansoor and Mace showed up there.
Yeah, they did.
And then like you said, Cody sent a video saying, "Hey, we're gonna buy you a ring, so you guys can have a real professional ring for your thing." And they were so supportive of it. Before that, Will Ospreay said he was going to send them thousands of dollars to get a ring, and just the owner took shit and ran. And he, like Matt said, he put out a statement trying to say that it's not true, it's all lies. But Mr. Cassidy Haynes did his homework and got a lot of different sources. And if you actually look at this article, he has a full list at the bottom of it, citing everything that he found, and it's 25 separate sources, going from people that promised to pay the money to enough to where like, hey, they did get like over 50,000. Where'd the money go?
Mm-hmm. It went in his pockets, and he spent that shit.
Yeah. It's a long article. Like if y'all don't have the time to read it, I understand. It's long. It's in depth, but it's depressing. It's depressing, and it's one of those things where, you know, you see like a real nice, positive story. It's hard for wrestling fans, people in general, to just kind of unite on something.
Mm-hmm.
We, like Matt said, we're all very skeptical, and when this first started, we were all like, "Is this on the up and up?" And we're also divided these days. So when something like this comes up and we're seeing people from different companies or fans like to just hate each other for just belonging to a professional wrestling company, they're all uniting for this cause. It was a nice thing. And that's the end of it. And right now it can still work. Like if they get rid of him, all the people involved, the wrestlers and everybody else that were doing things, they're pretty much innocent from what I've read on this article for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So
this motherfucker was running this like the mob, basically.
More or less.
I'm skimming through the article just trying to get key points. I'm like, hey man, this dude is making threats. Like physical threats if people weren't paying him money and shit like that. I'm like, God, get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now everybody is like, so two people and paid money for rings. Rings aren't cheap. Where the money at?
Man.
Because rings can cost as much as a damn house. So where the ring money at? Because Will Ospreay and Cody both talked about that. Then Mason Mansoor was raising GoFundMe money. I'm sure they raised that money and gave it to him, gave it to dude. It's like, yeah, you ripped off a lot of folks.
Yeah. And then, you know, what's just wrestlers like people that in the journalism side of things were donating to podcasts were donating. Like this was something that the community united on. Yeah. And unfortunately, the owner just fucking he was
greedy.
So I guess taxes, transportation, other factors made it impossible to purchase a ring. Instead, the money would be used to build an office and food storage area. I'm just reading a little bit from.
That don't even sound right from me even then. I'm like, ring gonna cost too much because of taxes. Like, bro, y'all raised more than enough money to afford anything for a ring.
You can't build a ring, but you can build an office to support. Yeah,
and a food storage area.
and what Cody had done originally was he had got in contact with someone on that side of the world that would be able to transport a ring there.
Right.
So, and his statement is, I've been working with Cody's people to try to get this done. Like, all right, we're gonna have to see if that happens.
Cody's people on no BS because Cody don't work with nobody on no bullshit. So you basically try to say that Cody a liar. Nah, you the liar.
It's and so he's trying to he's put out a statement, and people can take him for the word that if they believe it or not. I don't know. I think the evidence is pretty damning. It's harsh.
Listen to this paragraph. Famed pro wrestling scoops reporter Sean Rossat joined Mason Mansour along with former WWE star Mojo Rawley, AEW world champion Swerve Strickland, Matthew of Botchamania fame, YouTube star Justin Wayne, and other wrestlers from TNA, WWE, AEW, and the independent circle, including Mojo Rawley, Evil Uno, Mustafa Ali, Donovan Dijak, Joe Hendry, and Nikki Cross for the festivities. The stream had an endlessly positive vibe, and the public was more happy to send their money to help what they believe were starving kids in a poor country.
Yeah,
it was helping the Vince McMahon to them. That dude, he ain't no better than Vince.
And he said he in his statement, I love wrestling. I love the children and orphans and those who rely on me. We're all a big family. We've had guests come from around the world who have thoroughly enjoyed the experiences. They've seen our operation, lifetime memories been made, and our future is bright. So we're kind of waiting to hear from, I guess, the wrestlers that have gone over there. I'm kind of curious to see what MXM say, because he's putting like, oh, MXM loves us. So we really need to see what Mason Mansour say next, because
I think he's screwed.
I think so too.
Because forget about Mason Mansour. If Cody gets in contact with his lawyers and they try and do some backtracking or do a paper trail of where that money went, oh, he's fucked.
It was, he even mentioned they even have like a text from one of his former associates where he said, I abused the fundraising badly. Once provoked, I became a snake. Like, you're calling yourself a snake?
That man saw how much money he could get off of exploiting them that first time and said, oh yeah, I'm about to keep doing this. This is about to pay for everything.
On that first huge stream he made $30,000.
Mm-hmm. And that's $30,000 on top of what they're already getting donated from people around the world. So before that even happened, it's just a really sad situation where, like you said, orphans, man. Like, you're supposed to be feeding orphans. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be feeding orphans, building a ring, and getting a van to transport your wrestling. But apparently, because of taxes and all that, you can't do any of that. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
He did claim that SUW signed an agreement with local media company MBS Sport to start airing soft ground wrestling. But when asked to see like any confirmation of like paperwork that was signed, there was a piece of paper that was shown that didn't have any signatures on it, and they was not shown any official paperwork about
that. Man held up a napkin.
And then Cassidy contacted this network, and they were like, who? What? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, every which way the man's caught, but he's still trying to, sometimes liars just can't stop. They can't, once they're caught, they don't back out. It's
going to take him having to get arrested for him to actually confess. That's what it's going to take for him.
Yeah. And to Mongo's point, what does a liar normally do? They got to continue to lie.
Mm-hmm. He just dug himself into a bigger lie.
Mm-hmm. To the point where they start believing the lie. That's it. That's where this man is at. When you're a chronic liar, when you believe your own lies, yeah, he's going to jail. In the words of
He going to butt pounding jail.
butt pounding jail. In the words of Tom Dubois, he's going to butt pounding jail.
Yeah, it's
He
it
gonna
just
be
sucks.
somebody's bitch. Unlike Jimmy Uso and Tom Dubois, they ain't nobody's bitch. But he gonna be somebody's bitch. He out here ripping off orphans.
You ripping off orphans, my nigga?
You might as well say you fucked the kid at that point. They already ain't got no parents. Then you gonna take money from them? Oh yeah, they about to make you. You gonna be somebody's bitch. You ain't gonna be nobody's bitch.
Cookie said, "I'm reading this and my jaw's on the coffee table." Like what? Like, yeah.
He gonna be the real king of dang alive. They about to fuck his life all up. It was on fuck.
Oh my god!
Especially they send his ass to a Ugandan jail. Oh, I know that's.
Oh shit!
He gonna die. He gonna be the real Obafemi.
Oh my god! So this is part of it about the van. The photos used about the van that he was trying to purchase. Photos were used from a TikTok from an event in 2023. The van was not the same van purchased with the funds from Mansoor's mother. It was a no talent event that Boom Bash was taking full credit for, despite having nothing to do with. Like, bro, what are you doing?
2023. You couldn't even get a TikTok from this year.
Oh.
A TikTok. Y'all, I'm just mad that y'all really ripped us because I can't even. I'm just like, damn, we was all stupid. Like y'all ripped us off using a TikTok from 2023 to buy a van. They bought a van, but it ain't the van that they showed us from the TikTok.
It ain't that van. Yeah,
it ain't that van. They bought a van. It's just not that van.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, just like looking again, if y'all have time to read it, again, it's in the comments. If y'all have time to read that article, do it. It's damning. It really is. I read through it before the show and I was fucking, yeah. It's not good. It is not good. He'd raised false hopes of events in massive NFL-sized stadiums. Why would you even say that?
Yeah,
y'all even got that
a 50,000 seat stadium. What the fuck?
Y'all were wrestling literally in the back of a mud pit, and you talking about 50,000 people.
But at the end of this article, Haynes says the concept of soft ground wrestling is worth supporting. Its current leader is not a reflection of all the hard work that has made such a global impression, nor should it remain so in the future. So, like, yeah, this thing should be supported, and the people and what it's trying to do, what he's claiming it's doing, that's commendable. But while he's in charge of it,
where the fuck is our money going?
Exactly.
That's what we want to know. We'll support it, but what are you doing with our money, my dude?
This man is he's running Bishop Sycamore of wrestling.
We're here talking about something. It's still a good cause to support. Not if you're still in control of the finances. Is not. Still support us. No. You gotta go.
Think about it. Bishop Sycamore had a game televised on ESPN.
This man talking about some. It's still a good cause to support. Yeah, we get that. Who is the CFO? Who is the chief financial officer? Because it cannot be you.
My man,
you spending the money.
I'm supporting orphans. I ain't like my parents. I'm orphans.
They were like, who are the orphans? Oh, y'all didn't know? My name is Orphan.
My name is Orphan. I am the Orphan.
I am Orphan.
My name is Orphan.
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 Yeah, so kind of a downer to end the show on, but we had to talk about it. I think it was really important to discuss because On the off chance anybody watching this was donating their money, y'all need to know where that shit's going to.
Right.
Roman Reigns comes back tomorrow, so there's the high note.
Exactly.
Is back.
SummerSlam.
Back.
SummerSlam was absolutely fire.
It was. People were upset about it because it didn't have 5-star matches, but it was a storytelling show. That's what they do.
Right.
They tell stories.
Every match made sense.
Yeah.
With the right winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there was a poor decision made on that show.
No.
Really.
And we got the Tribal Chief back to Matt's point. What do you want?
Roman's gonna be on the SmackDown tomorrow. He's gonna be on SmackDown next week. So, true. And everybody wins.
They injured Jacob Fatu just in time for Roman to come out. That's why, looking back, I'm like, oh, that was too perfectly timed to not been a storyline. Because the second Jacob Fatu is injured in that match, Roman's music hits. Because if not,
he's getting murdered.
Roman and Jacob had to have a fight right there, right? And then obviously don't want to do that right now.
Him.
So, I'm still he's not hurt, right? He's still right.
Yeah, I don't think he's
right.
Hurt.
Not hurt.
You still got your tag title.
I'm crossing everything. Everything. My cheeks are crossed. I'm crossing everything. Yeah. Y'all can follow us on Facebook.com/cross
cheek. Lord.
And that was Facebook.com/underthering-pod and Twitch.tv/underthering. I can say shit. All right. Jesus. I can say stuff. You can also get us at Linktree and fingertip.com/underthering-pod. We're going to see all of our links. I'm, of course, at Greg Bush SK. You're going to catch all my articles and things there and, weird other shit that I talk about. Kenny, the man behind the camera at RockRez44. Cross Cheeks. We're a cross cheek podcast, baby. No denying it. You can get our former champion, Mr. Fresh Beer. That's Mike Jones, the teacher man. You can also get, of course, our current Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion, the final Maddie at The Right Answer, a.k.a. Maddie Reigns. And then our street team captain and current predictions champion, Tito at Borea Maliente.
Whoa.
Look, all right. I'm not apologizing for what I said. All right. I'm keeping it.
Hey, it'll be Emergence and Bash at Berlin before you know it.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Or All In. One of those.
All In, Bash at Berlin. TNA is going to have 5 shows in the next 3 months. We're taking it.
Good.
And of course, our good friend, local news correspondent Justin Devontae Baxley. Y'all have a great weekend, folks. We'll be back on Saturday to discuss the season finale of the House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
But until
then,
then,
a good one.
Y'all, Saturday, noon-ish. See y'all then. But until then, y'all have a great weekend. Relax, get drunk, have a good time. And remember, to the dawn.
To the dawn, y'all.
Dragon, bitch.